Welcome back to the Primer series on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for mobile devices. Whether you got Apple or Android, you all can enjoy this amazing game. So, let's move on from, we were talking about the currencies and energies before. Let's talk about crystals a little bit more and the main data card shop, because there's some important things to discuss. So, crystals are that currency that you get from all the different parts of this game. You get them from completing dailies, you get them from doing arena, a lot of different places you can get crystals, but they're the most desirable currency because of their capabilities. You can do energy refreshes with them, you can buy store items. Resetting cooldown timers is really important, especially if you're being very competitive in the arena. But let's take a look at buying them. So as you can see, there's different things you can do to purchase crystals. They're one of the couple things that actually cost money, dollars, dinero. So the very first option, the 100 crystals for every day for 21 days. That's actually a really great way to support the game if you like it, but also get good value, because especially if you're early on, crystals give you more energy in refreshes, and energy translates into player experience, and that's what levels your player up, which will give you the ability to level up your characters and unlock all the different options. I'm max level, so I don't really care as much about that aspect, because no experience for me. So as you can see, crystals can get pretty expensive. Those vaults are $100, and you probably have seen this kind of thing in other mobile games. That brings up the question, is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes pay to win? And if I had to say yes or no, the answer is yes with a question mark. But the thing is they designed this game so that if you don't spend a dime, you can still succeed. You can still win at top tier levels as long as you're smart. So I guess the answer is also no, question mark. But here's the thing. They do something cool with the crystals. Every now and again, they'll actually have a sale on crystals. It's not really a sale because it's the same dollar amount, but you get like double the crystals. You get a lot more for your buck. So if you have to buy crystals, I usually would suggest to wait until it gets to the point where they are on that special, or just stick with the very first option because that has a lot of value to it. But let's go on to the store, where you can use crystals to get all sorts of important stuff. So this is the main store for data cards, your resources, and yes, crystals too. So as you can see in the main data cards menu, there are many different things you can choose nowadays, because there's a bunch of new characters that came out. There's Nihilus and a bunch of other Sith that just came out. All the Phoenix Squad people are unlocking now. Two of my favorites right there, the Fleet Mega Pack and Fleet Data Cards, are great. And these are the classic Chromium packs. These are still useful for people who have money right up front and want to get some of the characters. And then the Bronzium Data Card is, you get 5 of those free a day. And let's go into a couple of these right now. So Bronzium Data Cards give you a very rare chance at one of these unlockable characters. And then more likely you'll get 1 shard or one of these pieces of gear. It's almost trivial, but sometimes you get like a character where, like, when you're early on and you need these characters, it is just a great feeling when you get them for free. Going back. So these are the special packs. They help you unlock characters a little earlier, and they're only $10, but let's see what you get. So you get 25 shards, which is usually enough to unlock the character at their earliest level. Plus, you get all the gear to get them up to higher gear level. I think it's probably gear level 3 or 4. So it is a little bit helpful, especially if you really want these characters. And usually they release the information about these characters like a month in advance, so you can plan ahead and understand if there's a character that you really want. Personally, Ezra is coming out, and I may actually spend money on him to get him to level up. Because as you can see, you can unlock the character with some extra shards for $10, and then you can spend thousands of crystals to get a random chance at 5 to 30 shards. I'm definitely not going to buy any right now. I'm not going to do that because I don't want that character. So you see, that's kind of the cool thing is, you know, you have to spend money up front if you want them to be 7 stars, if you want them to be as strong as possible. And you can spend that money if you want. Or, let me show you a great example of what they did recently. Let's see if I still have the message in my inbox. Let's take a look. Honor Guard, Demolition, Chopper. Okay, it was an inbox message I deleted. But, you know, Rogue One came out 3 months ago or so, and then of course they had all the characters for Rogue One, you know, Cassian and Jin and all, KS, all 2 guy, little robot dude. So they released those characters, and you could only get them to 7 if you were really great at the tournaments that they used to have, or you paid money for the shards. But 3 months later, you look in like the guild shop over here, and they released Jin in this shop. So now you can get her to 7-star for free, as long as you put in the time and the effort to unlock the proper currency. So, I mean, patience pays off. You don't have to spend money if you don't want to. No big deal. So let's go back to the store and look at some of the other packs. See, they have been doing this new style where for this 1,300 crystals, you can get shards for these characters. It's kind of a good method. Free-to-players are not going to have enough crystals to spend for a ton of them. They can maybe get them up a star level with a couple if they save up. But this is my favorite pack right here, the Fleet Data card. I love the Fleet so much. So every now and again, I'll spend the 500 to hopefully unlock some shards. This is how I got my Poe Dameron's X-Wing to 7-star, which is, oh man, that's great. I almost have Boba Fett to 7, Scimitar I'm working on, so you can really boost your fleet, and the fleet's important for many different reasons that I'll go into later. But that's pretty much how the packs work. I'll go to Chromium quick so you can see this. So Chromium, it looks similar to the Bronzium pack where there's characters and stuff, but if you spend the crystals to get the highest level one there, this one right here, you are guaranteed one of these characters down here, and then you also get like all these cool shards for heroes that you may really want. So personally, I haven't bought any of those packs since very, very early on. I just haven't had the need for it. Oh, whoops. Okay, so they put them in reverse order. So simplest one is here, and this is the one. This is the one that has the guaranteed one right there, as you can see. Sorry about that. It's been a while. Like I said, it's been a long ass time since I bought any of these packs. You just don't need them. You can unlock characters other ways, but if you're just starting out and you got the money, then yeah, that's where you go. Resources. Now this is where I go a lot, because building ship materials, the shipbuilding right here, that is critical to getting your fleet up to task if you want to beat the shit out of people. So that's really important. Also, credits. If you're in a credit crunch, you can spend crystals to get a little bit more credits. And as you can see, actually, let me go back into credits. As you can see, it's 560k to 1.6 million. It's a pretty big variance there. It's because it'll give you like 8 to 10 boxes of credits, and there's a chance that each one of those will be either 2 times or 3 times the amount. So there is a bit of randomness in there, but that's welcomed. And as you can see, the last one is crystals. They've made the organization of this shop really nice and really easy to get through. So that's crystals. That's what you can use crystals for concerning the shop. And that's all the resources and shards that you can unlock in the shop. It's a cool shop. I definitely use it daily for the 5 free chromiums, and then when I was hitting the fleet hard, I was always there for fleet shards. It's a very good shop, and it caters to all players. It doesn't only cater to the ones with cash. So I hope you enjoyed this wonderful primer series on crystals. Next time, you know what? There's one I'm gonna do where I'm actually going to have the willpower to not do my dailies in the morning, so you can see what a day in the life of a player who plays this every day does in the morning. You'll find it very, very, very helpful at understanding what it's like to play this game every day and what you'd have to do. Because a lot of the stuff is actually very easy to get through if you just know what you're doing. So thank you again for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Catch you later.